in the spirit of our ancient tradition that hallows and unites Israel in all lands and all ages, we now kindle the Sabbath lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitishanu b'mitzvot v'tzivanu lahaknik nel shel Shabbat. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by thy laws and commanded us to kindle the Sabbath lights. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath joy. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath holiness. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath peace. Amen.
Ask that you remain standing for our opening prayer. This is not a prayer from our prayer book or a standard prayer book. I ask that you just listen for me for a while. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illume all of us and to bring that vision to life. Amen. May be seated. The service will continue on page 11. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem Malakei HaShariat Malkei Elyon Mi Melech Malkei Humlakim HaChadosh Baruch Moakem l'shalom, malakei ha'shalom, malkei elyon. Mi melech malkei humlakim, ha'chadosh baruch hu. Barakuni l'shalom, malakei ha'shalom, malkei elyon. Mi melech malkei humlakim hachadosh baruch hu. Setkem l'shalom malkei hashalom malkei elyon. Mi melech malkei humlakim hachadosh baruch hu. Psalm of David. Ascribe unto the Lord, O ye sons of the mighty. Ascribe unto the Lord glory and power. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon mighty waters. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord shivereth the cedars of Lebanon. The voice of the Lord flasheth flames of fire. The voice of the Lord causeth the oaks to shake and maketh the forest bare, while in his temple everything says glory. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Amen. Lekadodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela shamu v'sachor v'divorei kad ishmianu el hameyukad Adonai echad u'shmu echad leshem ultiferet ולהתהילה לקראת שבת לכוון אלך כי מקור הברכה מראש מחדם נשוא כסוף מעשה וכמה שבת הקילה אוי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוקמו נעם סגולה בואי כלה לקדודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה Mizmor Shalom HaShabbat. It is good to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High. Upon the 10-stringed instrument and upon the psaltery, and with a solemn sound upon the harp, how great, O Lord, are all thy works, how exceedingly profound are thy thoughts. When the wicked spring up like grass and the workers of iniquity flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever. For lo, thine enemies, O Lord, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. Righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. They shall still blossom in old age. They shall be full of sap and verdant. The Lord reigneth clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed and hath girded himself with power. The world is also established. Cannot be moved. The floods, O Lord, raise themselves up, they lift up their voice, and the floods raise up their waves. Thy testimonies are most faithful. Holiness beseemeth thy temple, O Lord, unto the utmost of days. That you stand. Baraku et Adonai hamevorak. Bless ye the Lord who is ever blessed. Baruch Adonai hamevorak leolam vaed. Blessed be the Lord who is blessed forever and ever. You may be seated. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who by thy word causes the evening to advance, who with wisdom openest the gates of heaven, and with understanding changes times and various the seasons, and disposes the stars in their stations in the sky according to thy will. Thou createst day and night, causest the light to recede from before the darkness, and the darkness before the light. Thou causest the day to pass away, and bringest on the night, and makest the division between day and night. The Lord of hosts is thy name. Blessed art thou, Lord, who bringest on the evening twilight, and we continue together. With everlasting love hast thou loved the house of Israel, thy people. A law and commandments, statutes and judgments hast thou taught us. Therefore, O Lord our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will discourse of thy statutes. We rejoice and exult in the instructive words of thy Torah, commandments and statutes forever and ever. For they are our life and the prolongation of our days, and on them we meditate day and night. May thy love never depart from us. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who lovest thy people Israel. Please stand for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be his name, whose glorious kingdom is forever and ever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך. חישרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטות עפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We continue together. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates. You may be seated. We will continue together. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments which I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in its due season, the former rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, and I will give grass in thy field for thy cattle, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Take heed to yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. And the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you, and he will shut up the heaven that there be no rain, and that the land will not yield her fruit, and ye perish quickly from off the goodly land which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and ye shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. Ye shall teach them to your children, talking of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied in the days of your children, upon the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of the heavens above the earth. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר בני ישראל ונאמרת עליהם ועשו להם ציצית על כנפיהם, ותהם לדורותם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בתל תכלת, היה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו זרקתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם ולא תעתורו אחר לבבכם ואחר עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוציא אתכם מארץ מצרים לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohim. Amen. Our hymn this evening can be found on page 210, number 5, prayer. Prayer is the soul's sincere desire, uttered or unexpressed, the motion of a hidden fire that trembles in the breast. Prayer is the burden of a sigh, the falling of a tear, the upward glancing of an eye, when none but God is near. Prayer is the simplest form of speech that infant lips can try, where the sublimest strains that reach the majesty on high. Amen. As always, a couple announcements to, first of all, remind the congregation that Passover begins on the evening of April 19th, and we will have our normal Seder supper. It will be held at the Venetian, which is Spanish Court, the 10th side of Spanish Court, right on the corner of Trafalgar Road and Worthington Avenue. We look forward. I think we sent out a notice, but for those who may not get our notices, for non-members, it's $5,000 per head. Children under 12 or $2,000, under 13, excuse me, $2,000, and for members, $4,000. So we look forward to many of you coming and attending. Everyone is welcome to our Seders. It is a very ecumenical, very important sort of evening for us, as you probably know. So all are invited to take part with us. For the Passover, matzah and wine are now available to be purchased from our office. Matzah and wine. Matzah especially is critical. Matzah is $800 a box, same as it was last year. So you can make your orders and pick up, if you wish, from the office anytime during the week. If you pay during the week, you can pick it up on Friday or Saturday. All right, so please note, on April 14th, I've been announcing it. It is the Run for the Blind. It's at Hope Gardens, and it's a 5 and 10K. I think there's more. I think there was another distance too. And what we will do is to provide the aids for the blind runners and others, for the blind runners to help them through the course. And it is really important that it would be nice if you all took part. They certainly need the help. And it is something that we did it last year, and it became quite a signature event for outreach for our community. And we're definitely going to do it this year again. So to sign up for that, you need to do it fairly quickly with Terry Knight, Dr. Terry Knight, or Margaret Adam. They are the coordinators, as this is their area of responsibility. I think that's everything for announcements this evening. Service will continue, page 18, with responsive reading. True and firmly establishes all this with us, that he is the Lord our God with none besides him, and we Israel are his people, He is the God who avenged us of our adversaries and dealt out a recompense to the enemies of our souls. He hath caused us to tread on the high places of our enemies and exalted our horn above all who hate us. In his wrath he smote all the firstborn of Egypt and brought out his people Israel from among them unto everlasting freedom. His children beheld his might, they praised and gave thanks to his name, and willingly submitted to his dominion. Mi kamoka ba'elem Adonai, mi kamoka nedar v'kodesh, nora tehiyot o seifele. Upon the sea, O Lord our God, thy children beheld thy majesty. Altogether they praised thee, proclaiming thy kingly power, said, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, the Lord shall reign forever and ever. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hast redeemed Israel. Ashkiveh. Ashkivenu avinu le'shalom ve'hanamideinu malkeinu le'kayim tobim ushalom ufros aleinu sukat shelomeka vetakinenu mehetzav tova milefanecha ve'ushienu pe'era le'man shemeka ve'hagen bagadenu ufros aleinu sukat rakamim ve'shalom baruch atah Adonai haporez sukat shalom aleinu ve'alamo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who spreadest the tabernacle of peace over us, over thy people Israel, over Jerusalem, and over all mankind. Amen. We stand for the Veshomru. Veshomru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berihit olam beni uben b'nei Yisrael אותי לעולם. איש אשת ימי מסע אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, לעלמא דבר קירותי וימליק מלכותי. סמר קוקני מקרב ושקרי, דקאי קון וביומי קון ובקיידי כל בישראל. בגהלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלה מעל מיה יתברך, וישתבח ויתפאר ותשומן ויתנשא, ואת הדהר ואת הלהי ואת הלל שמי נקושה ורקוד. למן כל ברכתה שירתה, כשבקתה ונחמתה, דם מהירן בעלמה ואמרו Continue in the middle of page 21. In this moment of silent communion with thee, O God, a still small voice speaks in the depth of my spirit. It speaks to me of the things I must do to attain holy kinship with thee and to grow in the likeness of thee. I must do my allotted task with unflagging faithfulness, even though the eye of no taskmaster is on me. I must be gentle in the face of ingratitude, or when slander distorts my noblest motives. I must come to the end of each day with a feeling that I have used its gifts gratefully and faced its trials bravely. O Lord, help me to be ever more like thee, holy for thou art holy, loving for thou art loving. Speak to me then, O Lord, as I seek thee again and again in the stillness of meditation, until thy bidding shall at last become for me a hallowed discipline, a familiar way of life, so that I may live on in deeds that bless other lives, and leave behind me the heritage of a good name. Amen. Take a few minutes for silent prayer, personal prayer. Should it be your wish, as always, you may chant the Amidah silently, page 39 and 40. Continue together. O my God, guard my tongue from evil and my lips from uttering deceit. Let my soul be silent towards those that curse me, and grant that my soul may be humble as the dust to everyone. Open my heart to receive thy Torah, that my soul may pursue thy commandments. Speedily I beseech thee, frustrate the devices and destroy the machinations of all those who rise up against me for evil. O grant it for the sake of thy name, grant it for the sake of thy right hand, grant it for the sake of thy Torah, grant it for the sake of thy holiness. O save me with thy right hand, answer me. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Amen. O say Shalom Bimromav, Uvrakamavia se shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. And thus were finished the heavens and the earth and all the host thereof. God had finished on the seventh day his work which he had made. And God rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because thereon he rested from all his work which he had created and made. We continue together, page 22. Our God and God of our fathers, accept, we beseech thee, our rest. Sanctify us with thy commandments and grant our portion in thy Torah. Satisfy us with thy goodness, gladden our souls with thy salvation, and purify our hearts to serve thee in truth. Cause us, O Lord our God, to inherit thy holy Sabbath with love and delight, and grant that all Israel who hallow thy name may have rest thereon. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hallowest the Sabbath. I am ever mindful of Adonai's presence. God is at my right hand. I shall never be shaken. So my heart rejoices, my whole being exults, and my body rests secure. For you will not abandon me to Sheol, or let your faithful one see the pit. You will teach me the path of life. In your presence is perfect joy. Delights are ever in your right hand. And for all those who have gone before us, let us sanctify their name. The Mourners Kaddish, page 22-23. It kadal vit kadar shemeraba. Yalma dever kirote viamlik malkute viatzmar kukane vikaremeshike. Bekai kol mekol vekaya vekol be Israel. Allah man kariv emru. Amen. Hey shemeraba mevrak le'alam le'al maya yet barak. Vistabak vitapal vichuman vitna se vitadar vitali vitalal shemere kusha beraku. Elamin kol berakata shirata tishpakata v'nakamata damiran be'alma emru. Hey, Shalamaraba min Shamaya Chaim Vesava Yeshua, Rakama Veshasbar Fwa, Vela Salaka Vekapara, Veravak Vehatsala, Lano Kolamo Yisrael, Emru, Amen. O say Shalom Bimromav, Uvrakamav Yase Shalom, Aleinu Ve'alko Yisrael, Emru, Amen. O say Shalom Bimromav, Yase Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Emru Amen. Yahase Shalom, Yahase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom, Yahase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom, Yahase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom, Yahase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom, Yahase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oh, say Shalom in Rumav. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael V'emru Amen. To all our beloved departed whom we now remember, may peace and bliss be granted in life eternal. May the Father of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort any bereaved among us. Let us say, may be seated. Service will continue with the 23rd Psalm, page 24. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake, for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. They comfort me. Kindly open the ark for me. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever, forever, forever. This week's Torah portion is entitled Shemini, and it is one of those Torah portions that one again might think it has only to do with the sacrifices and it's pretty boring, but again there's a lot in it. One of the most significant parts of the Torah portion, probably certainly the one that stands out the most, would be the issue of Aaron's two sons being consumed by fire in the sanctuary. Now, that has, it sets it out fairly straightforwardly in a way that they say that they lit a foreign fire, something that was, they offered a foreign fire, and thus went against God's commandments, and thus as how the offerings were to be set up and what had to be done, and the Lord consumed them immediately with fire. I mean, if you really think about it, it must have been an amazing sort of an experience. Certainly for Aaron, like, it would be more than a wow moment. It was like, is this real? Just like that? Just like that? And I looked at it a little bit and I thought to myself, I said, you must have done something, they must have done something really, really bad. They must have done something really, really against instructions, God's specific instructions, to be treated like that. Because they didn't even have a chance to ask for forgiveness. You could have understood they got some kind of punishment, right? And then they kind of said, okay, I'm sorry, God, I'm really sorry, and they really made a sacrifice to that effect, they would have been eased up and then allowed to move on. But nothing like that happened. It was immediate. It was immediate. So one might think that, is this not kind of going against what the whole purpose of what God had been teaching them all along? He had forgiven them so many times before, literally from they came out of the land, every single time through the golden calf, etc., etc. He had been, had forgiven them. why not give his chosen priests a break? Kind of different, eh? But then I thought about it a little more again and maybe read a little bit more. And I realized that Moses then said to Aaron, and God then, said to Moses, and I have to find the page because it's really kind of a interesting piece of information, right? And it says, through those near to me, I show myself holy and gain glory before all the people. And Aaron was silent. Now, what does this mean? To me, it means that he expected a higher standard of behavior, of action, of purpose from those which he chose to lead. And somehow Aaron's two sons, and he goes on and tells you a little later sort of why and what happened. They were drunk and disorderly in the holy place. They had become intoxicated and were behaving in a manner that God had told them not to do. And Moses had told them not to do. And in doing so, in behaving this way in the holiest of holy places that had just been finished, constructed and blessed and everything to God's grace, he insulted God. They insulted God. Again, we can look at it in our own lives. Maybe those two men, given the power to lead, given the power to show example, and chose not to, through carelessness and discard, teaches us that we need not to be like that. We must be conscious of what we do and conscious of how we affect other situations and other people. Our behavior is key. Our behavior to each other, with people around, in certain social and other more critical situations maybe, need to be conscious of what we say and what we do and how we behave. Right? So I don't know. This is just my little off-take of the Torah portion, just a piece of it, because there's a lot more, right, of it this evening that teaches me something to control what I do with people, how I operate with people, how I function with people, how I function in social events, in more critical events of our synagogue, how I represent the synagogue when I am out there, and what people think of me, and thus I do not give people the wrong impression of what we are as Jews. Just my little bit today. Thank you for allowing me to share with you. We can sure talk about this a lot more in the days to come if you wish. Ask that you stand as the ark is open. Service will with the Adoration Aleinu on page 25. Aleinu leshavea ladon hakol latet gedula yotze bereshit שלא עשנו אגו הרצון ולא שמענו חמש מכות Adama Shelo Sam Kalkenu Kaem Begoralenu Echol Hamonam Vanachnu Kurim Mishtachavim Modim Lefnei Melech Malkeham Melakim Hakadosh Baruchu Shehu note shamayim veyosed haaretz Umashav yekaro bashamayim mima'al Ushkinatu zo Mekabe meromim Hu Eloheinu ve'od Emet malkeinu vayefez zulato Kakatu batorato Yadata hayom Vehashebota elevavecha Ki Adonai Hua Elohim Bashamayim ima'al Ve'al haaretz mitachat Erod V'nea V'haya Adonai V'melech al kol haaretz Bayom ha'u Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad. We beseech thee, O God, on behalf of those who are stricken in health and strength. On this Sabbath, we ask for your blessings on Eileen Reynolds, Erica Cooper, and Owen Matalon, Hilary Matalon, Eleanor Thompson, and Sharon Thompson, Diane Wilson, and Barbara DeCosta, and Wallace Campbell. Let thy blessings descend upon the means used for the restoration of thy servants, and increase the wisdom and knowledge of all those who are battling on behalf of humanity. May the afflicted amongst us learn patience under trials, and speedily be restored to health and usefulness. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei Kol Amo Yisrael. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who healest the sick of thy people Israel, and of all mankind. Amen. And for all those who are ill in our community at this time, we chant for their healing, Misha Berak. Misha Berak Avotenu Mikor Habaraka Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berak Imotenu Mikor Havaracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalama, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Service will continue with our closing hymn, Yigdal. ישתבח, נמצא ואין את אל מציאותו, אחד ואין יקד, ייחודו, אין לם ועם אין סוף לאחדותו. אין לו למוד הגוף ואין הוא גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון בן ראשית לראשיתו. הינו אדון עולם לכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפן נבואתו נתן אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו. לא קם בישראל משה עוד, נביא ומביט אל תמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמו אל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו. לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר, דתו לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע שערנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמותו. לא מלך חסיד מפעלו, נוטה לרשם רם כרישתו, ישלח לקץ ים משיקנו, לפדות מחי כקץ ישועתו. מתים יקהל מרוב חסדו, ברוך עד שם תהילתו. אלה שלוש עזרי לניכרים, הינם ידעת אל בתורתו. Stand for the final blessing. Lord bless you. Shabbat Shalom, happy and peaceful Sabbath to you all.